Long time no see, everybody. Especially Jay. It's been
Too
forever.
long. Been too long. Been too long. By the way, it's so hot in here. Like I can't put my fan on because it'll be too noisy.
Can you hear my fan?
No. Right, shall we get started? Could be a longish one. Hello, and welcome back to the University Speaking podcast for episode number 52. My first one back in the UK, sadly. The depression is still incredibly rife, but hopefully this will help with the blues somewhat. Kenny, Sam, and look who's back this episode. We've got Danielle has made a return. Hello, Danielle.
Whoop, whoop, hello.
So nice to have you back.
Yeah, happy to be here.
And Kenny, Sam, how are we?
Good. Just about survived the heat wave in the UK, so enjoying the
You look a
cooler
bit
weather.
tan, Sam. You caught a tan?
I went on one of those holidays in the meantime that you absolutely loved, where you go to a
yes.
beach and just lounge around all day.
I need one of those badly right now. I need one so badly. I'd love to go to Spain and do nothing for a week. That sounds like a dream to me.
Not as fun though, is it?
It's not quite as fun. It's not quite as fun, but it does sound very nice. Kenny, have you got any props this
I
week?
sure do.
Of
So
course.
I
Stocked
have a
up.
bonus prop first. I got to show off the new cap here. So that's one of the props. One of the props. Got my
The
university
main
speaking
prop.
cap
University
behind me.
speaking cap. Yeah, I like it, Kenny.
And now my second prop. I had to reach across my table to get it. I finally have the properly sized Captain Cacao. So there you go. Not the backpack. A normal, regular Captain Cacao.
Has that got the label on, the tag on still, or is it okay?
Nope, I took the tag off of
The
this
tag's
one.
come off.
Wow.
Wow.
However,
It
it
must be
is still
special.
on the backpack because I'm never going to use this. So,
It's not made its way onto eBay yet then.
Not on, yeah. Get onto eBay. That could be the first Kenny in the Parks giveaway.
ooh, it could be.
There you go.
An
Teaser.
idea there.
There you go.
Except
There
I
you
want
go.
to make money off of it.
Come on, Kenny. Oh, I like it. Sam, any props this week? What have you found?
I have got a prop, a very random prop, but it's actually quite topical for what we've talked about. So this is still in its packaging. From when I
that
got
is
this,
topical.
I ordered this back in the COVID days, like 6 years ago. And yeah, not used it once, but just saw it lying around the other day. So that's the prop. Might
For the
get it
people
out one day,
listening,
see if it's any good.
a universal cooling towel.
Yeah.
Are you going to
yeah,
pack it for your next trip? Because I feel like it's good.
Ooh,
Ooh.
That's quite
cool.
large.
I like that.
It is quite large. I mean, it would look good in the park. I'm not sure it looked quite as good as Jay's white towel on his face, but I might give it a go.
That took about 90 seconds for the first dig at me. Brilliant.
I've got loads, don't worry. I've been
Oh,
stockpiling
I
them for the
can't
last
wait.
month.
I can't wait. This is supposed to help with the blues, not keep kicking me while I'm down. I think you should take that, Sam. It's a good idea. It's a pretty cool
Yeah,
pretty cool little
I
thing.
mean, it says it works. I've never used one to know whether they do work or not, but
No, I've not. No.
I've
I mean, I
seen
think
a
they do
lot
work.
of people use them. And
Mm.
I was with some people the other day who used them at the park. It was the nice Super Nintendo one, and it was very refreshing for them.
There you
I'll
go.
give it a go and
The,
report back then.
the only thing is,
Can't
I've
wait.
seen kids take it from parents, and then the parents are still hot. So just as a heads up for that.
Danielle, I don't want to leave you out. Have you got anything close by to show off?
I'm hydrated, baby.
Nice. Epic Universe
Love
Cup.
it.
Very cool.
Yeah, I bought this for Chris, and I think I've used it 90% of the time. It's the best straw in the game. So yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
Which is the best straw at Universal? There we go. That one wins. I've actually got myself a few props so that I can spread out over the few weeks. I usually don't have many props, but I do now, thankfully. I've 3 or 4. So my one this week is Kenny.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it. I've got
Okay,
the Universal Helios Grand Hotel cap. Yeah. How is that
Twins.
so close to you, Kenny?
Everything I've ever had on the show, I feel like, is on my dining room
Within
table right now.
reaching
Like, I do
distance.
not use it for actual eating. It's just for podcasting.
I love it. And it's a great cap. It's a great cap. I saw it in the
It
store
really
when I
is.
stayed over there at Helios, and I thought, you know what? And Sam, you'll never guess how much it was.
I know the t-shirt price. I don't know the cap price. What caps?
The caps are the
$30?
same price, $30.
Is
Oh,
it
Yeah,
33.
$29.99? How much?
no, but just 30, just straight 30.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get that. Very cool. I kind of wish they all did caps. 'Cause I feel like just Helios who does them. I don't think I've seen any other ones.
They have some, but they just don't really stock them anymore. Like
Okay.
Aventura had a whole set of everything, but then I think now you can only get like mugs and like a t-shirt.
if
Yeah.
Cabana Bay had a hat, I feel like a bucket hat is more their energy. So you would never get it. But
No, no.
yeah.
I did. As people who follow me on Instagram, I did get gifted a that Universe bucket hat, but I looked silly. I don't know why. I just don't pull them off. Maybe because I just wear caps so much that I'm just ingrained in the cap world. I don't
I feel
know.
like Cabana Bay does have a hat, but maybe I'm just from a long time ago, like he was talking
Mhm.
about. But yeah, I
That'd be
think they
pretty
have a really
cool.
nice coloring, so I think it would pop on it a bit more.
Mhm.
But you would wear a Surfside one like right now, so
I would. I would indeed. Right. Shall we get into the questions? And thank you to everyone on Instagram who has sent plenty of questions in, as has Sam, Kenny, Danielle, and Cassie. Unfortunately, can't be with us today. They've all sent in questions as well. Got quite a few to get through. Obviously, some of them interlinked, so we'll try and not spend too long on each because it could be a pretty long episode otherwise. So where shall we start, Sam?
I think we've got to start with where the trip started. And obviously this trip had quite a few surprises
Mm.
along the way. You kept us on our toes, but I think the first one that dropped after, of course, that you were actually going back was that you were going back in style. And that was in business class, in Virgin's upper class. So I guess, yeah,
Mm.
for those listeners that didn't see it on Instagram, tell us like how that came about. Actually, how was it? Was it worth the money you paid? Would you do it again? Just, yeah, talk to us about upper class.
Yeah, funny story. I wasn't expecting it to happen, to be honest. I put the bid in like maybe 2 weeks before I was supposed to depart. Actually, less than that because I booked the trip 2 weeks out, so a bit less than that. But I put in the lowest bid you could do on the when you bid for an upgrade. And it says, look, you're very unlikely to be successful in winning this bid because I put in the least amount basically. So I kind of already got in the mindset of, well, I'm not going to win, but I may as well do it anyway and just I don't know, see what happens. You never know, I guess. And yeah, long story short, I did end up winning. Um, I checked my bank account at like 2 a.m. one night and the money had gone, but I didn't get an email. So they'd taken the money out and I didn't have a confirmation email. So I was like, shit, what's going on? So I was panicking a little bit. But yeah, the
Sapphire
next morning
falls all over again.
yeah, literally, yeah, the curse of Sam is real. But no, the next morning I had the confirmation being successful. So it was a bit like because I wasn't expecting to win, so I was like, I'll keep the money, it's fine. Like I won't the money will be not leaving my account. So when I did win, it was kind of a weird feeling of it'll be amazing, but also wasn't expecting to lose that amount of money. So I panicked a little bit, but that's just typical me. But yeah, I had a bit of a YOLO year, should we say? And just went with it. And yeah, it was obviously a very special experience. Probably a once in a lifetime opportunity as well, given the price, obviously. And again, because of my kind of flying issues that I don't want to go over again, because I've mentioned them so many times before, but I'm not the person that's going to get the most out of the experience. I don't eat on flights, so I don't get the full kind of 3-course meal and snacks and all that experience that you get. So for Virgin, I bet they loved it because they didn't have to come to me at all. They just left me alone.
They didn't roll out the kids' meal with the chicken tenders, no.
No, not quite. There's a first mention of tenders. Didn't take too long either. But no, it's just 'cause I've got a history of like throwing up on planes. So like I've got like emetophobia. So people see me be sick is kind of traumatized in my brain. So having this kind of little cabin by myself was a pretty cool experience. And I still felt pretty shit, but it helped a little bit with kind of just getting through it. And I was seat 1K, which was a weird feeling. Walking right to the front of the plane on the right hand side of the window, having my own little kind of.
did you get to watch everybody board and like sit there, with that attitude that all those people always have?
Well, it was the opposite. We got on first, so we boarded first, and obviously I turned left and I get straight to the front of the plane, and I don't see anyone, and then all the
Oh,
other
so you board
people.
from the back.
Door two.
Oh,
Sam's the aviation expert, yeah.
Okay.
So it's called door 2.
All the posh people, all the ones that have got money to burn, they turn left, and all us poor people turn right.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. I thought you got to sit down and then everybody walks by you and you're just like, you're just trying to be nonchalant, like on your phone and try to not look like everyone hates you. Okay.
I'd have hated that. People like walking past me. No, I was trying to like just blend in, but yeah, it was obviously such a cool experience. Just getting obviously the lounge at Manchester Airport was a cool experience. I know obviously you can purchase that anywhere, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, as for ways to start a trip,
100%. Yeah,
it's not bad. Obviously, Sam, you know about planes and all that kind of stuff. I don't think you've flown first class before or not, upper class.
not with Virgin. I've flown business with some other airlines, but yeah, never business with Virgin.
But yeah, it was a pretty cool. Just to be fair, it was worth it for me just to be able to stretch my long legs. And yes, people know how tall I am now. Can they believe? I've mentioned it so many times before, like I'm 6'2", and they see me in person, it's like I'm Andre the Giant. It's crazy. Do you not have tall people in America? I think I've said that to you, Kenny, while I was out there. Do you not have tall people? Like I'm like some kind of mythical beast. I'm like average height
you got a combination of things going on that adds to that. So
I think it's just people have this image in their head whenever they like always see you at a certain screen, you're at eye level. So for you to be anything except that person's eye level is like jarring. For me, I'm 5'7", and I come from the mascot world, and mascots tend to be taller. They're not 5'2". But when guys who are also mascots meet me, they're like, "Oh, you're so tall," and I'm like, "We do the same job. Like, of course I'm going to be your height. I'm not going to be a 5'2" girl." But people have that image in their head of what they think you are. But yeah, if they only ever see you on the screen and they're they're 5'3", yeah, anybody who's under 5'7", that's just my general height. But yeah, they're gonna think you're tall. But yeah, you were new to the podcast, or since I haven't been here in a while. My boyfriend Chris is Jay's height, and they were measuring each other because neither of them wanted to be the taller one. Like, okay,
I wanted to be the shorter one. I still think Chris is a tiny bit taller. It's the quiff.
Yeah, somebody thought they were brothers, and I was like, no, they're just being weird in the corner over there.
Well, can you just explain a bit? We weren't being weird in the corner. We were just
they just realized they have very similar interests, so they just stayed yapping the whole time. So neither of them had to dance. Yeah,
I'll take that's what I was doing. I don't know about Chris, but that was me. You're not supposed to expose me like that, Danielle. I can't dance. But yeah, I guess it might be similar to when I meet Cassie in person, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're so short." Maybe it's the same way. Sorry, Cassie. Cheap shot. But yeah, just to round off that, Sam, yeah, it was very cool. But obviously, I'm not the probably person to test it on completely. But it was a nice experience to be able to lie down and test it out.
Right, well, I'm going to come straight in with question 2 because I don't feel comfortable in asking one of my other hosts to ask this question. But upon arrival, Jay, or before you left America, can I just check, were you groped by security much like you were last year?
I'm just going to leave that there. No one's going to have any idea what I'm talking about. So
people have been listening since last year. They know about your 2025 incident.
Do you know what? Even I'd forgotten about this, and you've refreshed my memory again. Brilliant.
It all came flooding back.
Yeah, it all came flooding back far too close.
Show me on Captain Cacao.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No, moving on quickly. I was not groped by an older gentleman at the security this time. Maybe because it was Terminal A. Last year it was Terminal C. Terminal C is the maybe you'll get groped if you're lucky. Yeah. Just don't get Moving on.
Kenny, please, new subject.
Okay. So now we've arrived in Orlando and you had some hotel stays. We know you stayed at Surfside Classic, but you also stayed at Helios and Sapphire Falls. Can you tell us more about those experiences?
Yeah, Helios was another just crazy, just spur of the moment decision. The prices were pretty good, I feel like. I got a really good deal. I got a free park view upgrade as well, which was just insane. It was kind of a weird experience. So when I checked in, I know, Kenny, I used your advice to ask nicely, and it worked. Every time.
What'd you do?
I always ask Kenny, because Kenny always gets upgrades. I'm like, Kenny, how do you do it? And Kenny just goes, you just put on the charm and it just works.
Yeah,
Simple as that. You just ask. And it kind of worked. So when I was checking in, I said to the woman, "Oh, like I really want a park view room. Like I don't mind paying for it." And she was like, "Oh, I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out." And then she didn't say anything. Went quiet and started tapping away on the desk. And then she got the room key out. I was like, "Have I got a park view room or not?" Because like I don't want I want a park view. Like I need to get for the one night. I need to get a park view room. And she was like, "Yeah." She was like whispering, like, "Yeah, I've sorted you out." I'm like, "Why is it all so secretive?" It's like I'm happy to pay. I said I'm happy to pay for it. So I was like, "Have I got one or not?" And she was like, "Yeah, I've sorted you out." It's like, okay, right, I think I've got it. And yeah, she did. She did. But then I was like, I don't know if I paid for it or not because Kenny, as I've discussed with you, I think the deposit for Helios was like $200. So I was like, is this extra that I'm paying for the room? I have no idea what's going on. I just smiled and waved. But no, in the long story short, that was just a deposit. And yeah, I managed to get the park view room, which was just insane. Insane. I mean, Helios is so nice. Kenny, obviously you've stayed there, you know. Sam, you've got to stay there coming up soon. They can't do enough for you. I mean, it smells special, it feels special. I feel like I don't fit in, but that's just a me problem. It's also lavish. I guess it's just a shame that I didn't have more time there. Obviously, once you check in the afternoon, what, 2 or 3 o'clock, and then check out in the morning, you don't get a whole load of time to take it all in, especially if you are going to Epic Universe during that time. And obviously, you will do because you want to check out, you want to be able to experience being that close to the theme park and go in and out as much as you want. But yeah, I did actually check the pool out after I checked out in the afternoon, and yeah, the pool area was so nice. Obviously, Kenny, we sat out at Lotus Lagoon for a little bit, and it was yeah, so nice, and it was just they had a live singer playing who was amazing.
And shout out to that bartender, he was amazing.
I know. I'm trying to think of his name.
I was gonna ask, did you find the drink prices at the Helios pool bar similar to the other hotels, or did it have like a little Helios uptick for it?
I'd love to say I remember the price,
Okay.
Danielle. I don't think I got too many drinks. To be fair, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't get too many. Kenny, do you know?
Oh yeah, I'll answer that. So there is like a small uptick on like all those bar prices.
Because we know Bar Helios and the restaurant are like so much more than anything. I just didn't know if like the pool kind of continued the staple of other hotels.
Okay. It's not like a lot more, but everything's definitely like
Helios
about $1 or $2 more than what you find at other places.
Yeah, and Kenny, you mentioned the bartender at Lotus Lagoon that day. You never guess where he used to work.
Oh, Sapphire Falls at Strongwater.
So he said, obviously, Kenny knows that everyone from Sapphire Falls moves over to Helios, and then he just randomly said, "Oh, I moved over from Sapphire Falls," and Kenny was like, "Of course you did, of course you did."
Helios took the best of the best from every other hotel, from valet to front desk to concierge. So that makes total sense that bartenders came as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was so nice. Like, granted, it was quite quiet that day, but like he was just asking me about everything that I do, and obviously, like I told him about this podcast, and then Kenny arrived. But actually, Kenny's on the podcast with me. So he was asking about that, and he was just it was so nice. I tried my first mellow yellow, which was like Mountain Dew apparently, which I don't know if I've never heard of it before. To you, Danielle and Kenny, that might be normal.
Yeah. It is like Mountain Dew, but not as close as a lot of other like sodas, I feel.
Yeah. And like I said, they do try and do so much for you, and obviously it's free refills with the sodas, so he tried to give me about 85 mellow yellows. Like I was like, I'm okay, but I'll get you another one. But no, it was so nice. And
Jay's aggressively shaking his leg like he's just.
I was getting to the point. I'm like, I'm good now. I'm good. I'll be peeing yellow soon.
The pool's right there. You're fine.
That's true. But yeah, it was so nice to sit out in the on the afternoon. The singer was amazing. She was so good. And yeah, just a shame that I didn't get more time to truly take it all in. Sapphire Falls, we talk about that now?
Yeah, go for it.
Amazing. Sam, I know your experience is a little different. Don't want to go down that road again.
Let's just fist.
Yeah, see the veins popping out.
So that whole like stay 5 nights cost me about $15 in the end.
I know. It all worked out in the end. It all worked out in the end. At the time, it wasn't so fun, but in the end, we can look back and laugh now, can't we?
Yeah, we can
laugh now. Yeah. Just about. But no, Sapphire Falls has kind of been my bucket list stay for a while now. Even though obviously you don't get express with it, it's not the again, Kenny, I lose track of the tiers names, but is it mid tier?
Yeah.
No,
signature. No,
signature.
Signature.
Oh. Yeah, I lose track of the names. I just know the order.
Yeah, and so like the way they've redone it, it's like everything's either a value in suites, or it's prime value, or it's signature. But within signature, they have like a rank from like Sapphire and Helios, and then all the way up to like Hard Rock and all that stuff. But I like the old system where it was Premier, and then I forgot what Sapphire was. I think it was like Preferred, maybe.
Yeah,
and then the other ones were the same, prime value and value.
Yeah, but no, such a beautiful resort. Obviously, same as Helios. Sadly, I didn't get to truly appreciate the hotel as I'd have liked, as I was in the parks with Adolfo and Issa and Universal Nerds that day. That whole day pretty much. So it kind of took that full day away from me. And I had something on the next day as well, the checkout day. So I didn't get a chance to check out the pool, which was really sad because the pool there looks so nice. So it's kind of one of my biggest regrets because it looks like an amazing pool area. It's got a slide as well. So I do feel like that was a bit of a shame, but I did actually try to get a drink on the night by the pool. But they seem to close like at 9:30 or before 9:30. I thought that was a bit strange.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with hotel hours. Ever since I couldn't get food after midnight, I was like, I'm rioting. But yeah, so I don't agree with a lot of hours. So even though I respect people's work-life balance, I get it. Hospitality in Orlando, I understand, but I think some things you should be able to get. Were you a water shuttle guy, or did you walk?
The water taxi, yeah. I think I tried to walk once and I got to Royal Pacific because I think the water taxi at Sapphire Falls was rammed. So I thought I'd walk, but then it was quiet at Royal Pacific. So I just jumped on there.
Do you know why it's rammed, Jay?
Tell me, Danielle.
Because all the Cabana Bay people who don't pay.
Those peasants.
Who don't pay for Sapphire, they walk across the street because they heard, because some page told them they could walk across the street and take the water taxi at Sapphire Falls.
Is it 2 3/4 the page?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a big room key check gal, but for Sapphire's water taxi, that would be the one that I would want to implement.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because I just thought that was only Aventura that kind of hot foot over there. I didn't think that Cabana Bay used it as well.
I've spent a lot of time at Cabana Bay, and people are always asking where can we get the water taxi, and people are like, you should just walk. If you want to walk, just walk, or take the bus. It's way faster. By the time you walk to get the water taxi, you'd be at the park if you had just walked out and taken the bus. But water taxis are so exotic. They have to take it. So
they are pretty exotic. They're pretty cool. But yeah, so I got the water taxi with Adolfo and Issa, and then later on, when after my nap, I got it from Royal Pacific. So yeah. But I will say again, just on the whole checking in situation, I used the charm of Kenny again. I was like, any chance of a lagoon view room? And thankfully, a nice guy sorted me out. So yeah, amazing view, lagoon, great rooms. Both special hotels, and it's hard going back to. And Kenny knows this feeling. It's hard going back to Surfside after you've stayed at those two. It feels the difference is just so stark comparison. It's really hard. I need to be rich.
He gets it now. When I was planning the trip, he was probably wondering, why wouldn't he just book something? But meanwhile, I'm like playing with the numbers, like, okay, I'll give you like 2 nights of Surfside, but then I got to go somewhere with a hot tub.
I get it now. I 100% get it.
So
you do it the right way as well, Kenny. You start at the bottom and then work your way up, and then you don't have to come down again. Yeah. I get it. You do it right. So I had to walk back to Surfside, being like, oh, not this place again. But no, love Surfside. It's still amazing.
Yeah. So where do they rank now in your hotel rankings? I know you haven't stayed at all of them, but so far, where would you put Sapphire and Helios?
I've actually still got. Someone asked me about like which ones have I got left to do. I've still got quite a few to do. I've still got Portofino, Hard Rock, Royal Pacific, Dockside, Terra Luna. Still quite a few that I haven't done.
I think that was me that asked you.
There you go. It might have been you, Danielle.
Like that sounds familiar.
Is this if money's no object, or is the price included in all of this, or what?
Just personal preference, I would say.
If you got a DM from Universal Orlando and they said we can offer you 1 night at any of our hotels, which one would you like to choose? If you give us a couple in order, that way we can try to get your preference. If not, we'll get you your 2 or 3. Where would they go?
I'd probably go Sapphire. Sapphire and a Helios, but both very, very close. Very close. And then Surfside. And yeah, Surfside and Stellanova again, very close. I wish I could have stayed at Stellanova this time, but the prices seem to have gone really high recently, which is a shame. I did miss Stella. And then where else have I stayed? Aventura and then Cabana Bay again at the bottom for me.
That volcano view or pool view or whatever you had.
Yes.
Preview.
Good view of those trees. Good trees. But yeah, I find it quite hard to rank hotels actually because I stay at one for 19 days and then another for a night. So it's tough. But yeah, Sapphire Falls and Helios were both very special. And hopefully I can tick them all off one day.
It's also intention. Like, why are you staying there? Are you staying there because you're going to Epic Universe? Obviously, your choice is going to change. Or you just want a nice pool day. Exactly.
Helios's pool was very nice. I'm glad I sat out there. It was nice.
Okay.
Talk about Dockside, Kenny.
Oh yeah. So for Dockside, we had
you can talk about this one.
Visit there.
Can you remember this part, Kenny?
We had a really fun time there. I don't know if you guys saw Jay's story, but let's back up a little bit.
Don't get me started again.
Is Dockside when you chase the bus?
Yes, Dockside is when I chased the bus after the world's strongest Bubba Tub. Shout out to other Jay bartender at Dockside.
Yeah, Geronimo himself.
Yeah, Geronimo. He made Bubba Tubs that tasted like pure liquor. Like there was no attempt at making it a mixed drink. Like it was just he poured liquor in there and said, "Here you go." And
Garrett's forgotten. Garrett who?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a new favorite bartender now. Just kidding, Garrett, if you're listening. We still love you,
Yeah, we still love Garrett. I saw him.
Anyway. So that was awesome. And so we ended up hanging out in the lobby there with drink ride and everything. It was awesome. We got to see the paramedics come and what else happened in the lobby?
Don't get that on the Surfside.
Yeah, there was a lot of action that night. It was a lot of action.
It was. And the bartender who you're referencing there, didn't he have some kind of stories that was happening that day? He said something was kicking off at a pool.
Like the cops had to come because some guy went missing, but he wasn't actually missing. He was hiding in the pool area.
Honestly, what makes this so funny is I went back to Surfside and there was not one person in the lobby. Yeah. And like Dockside, there was people everywhere. There was paramedics outside. There was a woman who refused to be allowed out to smoke. She was like, "I'm just going to smoke here." Honestly, Surfside to Dockside. It was just one night, like in the space of 2 hours. And then Kenny was on the floor.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about that.
Kenny fits in with a Dockside crowd then, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny loved Dockside. Loves it.
Yeah, I think it might have moved up for me and didn't even stay there this trip. I'm like, that new bartender, I'm like, that's just check.
Oh, if only it had a hot tub. Kenny. But yeah, Dockside compared to Surfside. I know a lot of people prefer Dockside, and maybe that's why. Maybe because there's more going on there. I don't know. Maybe fit more of a lively atmosphere.
Maybe they just travel with more people, so they want like more room options or something. But if you are just looking for a room to sleep in, I don't know why you would choose the chaos of that lobby. That line is always so long, and for Starbucks and check-in, it's too much. Nobody knows where to get their luggage cart because it's so tucked in the corner there.
Danielle, I fully agree. When I go to Surfside, there's no one there at check-in. There's no line ever. You just walk straight in. I didn't actually know there was 2 pools at Dockside until recently. I didn't know that.
Oh, what's the difference between them? Because Cabana has 2 pools, but like one is the lazy river and the slide.
No, at Dockside, there's no difference. They're both mirror images of each other. I think the bars have different names, but the pool setup itself is like exactly the same.
Okay.
They're both as chaos as each other.
So yeah, I mean, me personally, I like everything about Dockside more except Surfside. I like the size and, just the logistics of it, not waiting in line for things, all that stuff. But I think the food, drinks, just the vibe at Dockside, I like a little bit better. But, it's a personal thing.
Yeah, and I will say, Sam, obviously it's something we spoke off podcast quite a lot this trip. The recent change for Dockside and Surfside to share buses after 9:30 a.m. And if anyone listening or watching who's staying at Dockside or Surfside, those buses do get very busy now. So the lines in the morning are a lot longer, or to be fair, any time of day. Even when I went down in the afternoons, like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., they were always still rammed. And obviously, it picks up at Surfside first normally, and then goes to Dockside, and there's always a mile long at Dockside, people waiting to get on. So bear that in mind that it does get quite busy. So be prepared, Sam, to stick your elbows out.
It's also hard because everywhere else has an alternative where you can suck it up and walk a little bit, but Dockside and Surfside, that's it. And so it makes sense that the lines are longer, but it kind of also would justify having their own route instead of combining them.
Yeah, I will say when you're coming back on a night, it's a bit of a challenge because they squeeze so many people on there, as many people as they possibly can. I get it, obviously, I get it. But there were times when I was stuck in the back corner at the very top of the bus. And obviously, everyone's getting off the Dockside. They go to Surfside first, and then people just don't move, or they can't move because there's no room. So I'm trying to get off, and you've got to just fight your way through people. So, and after a long day of sweating, Sam, you'll just push him out of the way. But
I'll just abandon the family there at the back of the bus. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm getting off.
Okay, mini rant here. What's the point? Because they have to have like 6 buses lined up to take everyone to Surfside and Dockside at the end of the night. Just have 2 lines. 2 buses.
I know.
For each hotel.
There's like 3 stops for it as well. There's 3 stops for like Surfside and Dockside on the right hand side as you leave the park. So I don't get it. And obviously, I think last year they weren't shared, were they? It's only a recent change, isn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, it's been a very recent change. To me, I think it's been ever since oh my gosh, I don't know what name I just made up.
Stara opened up.
Stara,
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because not only that, Aventura and Cabana, they share a bus now too, which is totally unfair because you can fit like 3 Aventuras inside of Cabana Bay.
But you can fit 3 Surfsides and Dockside.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And to be fair, Cabana and Aventura shared the water taxi with Sapphire as well. All just coming together.
It's all just interlinked. Yeah, I will say, it ruins the bus experience a little bit. It takes the magic away of it a little bit. Even just going out. Last year there used to be so many times where there was like a handful of people on there, but now it's just sardines in a tin springs to mind, unfortunately. But hey ho. Sam, you can walk over that road, can't you? It's not too far.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like 20-minute walk.
Let the kids get the bus and Victoria, and you can just run over.
Well, I'll be there from EPA anyway. They'll be joining me at like 11. So what's it matter?
Don't mention us 3 letters, Sam. I'm ashamed, Sam. I'm ashamed. We'll get onto that. We'll get onto that. That was Michelob Ultra's fault.
Get on to the parts then. Come on.
Jay, we saw quite a few surprises that you had throughout the trip, but what was, I want to say, the question says biggest, but what do you think was the biggest or the best? Those can be different answers.
Biggest surprise, and it's something, obviously, Kenny, you might have seen firsthand as well, but something a little different, but probably just the amount of people that I didn't recognize that came up to me. And just said, "Oh, I love the podcast," or "Love your page," or whatever. Like people I didn't know who they were, which is like a mind blowing experience. And it just blows my mind, to be honest. The amount of people that just took 2 seconds out of their day to say, "Love the podcast," or it's just, I don't know, it's so surreal how we've just done something so small, and then I go to the place where we talk about, and then people just recognize me from the hat or whatever. Kenny, obviously the biggest one was probably just after we'd eaten at Astro Pub at Epic Universe.
Yeah. Are you that YouTuber? Oh, no, that was the guy leaving.
That was the other guy. I actually forgot about that one. We'll come back to that one. But I think it was a man with his family, and he was sat next to us in the Astro Pub, and I think he said something along the lines of, "Are you that person from that thing?"
From Instagram.
I was like, "Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'll take that. Whatever it is, I'll take that." But obviously, Kenny, you were there, and it's just so strange, and I don't really know what to say. It's just so surreal. But we'll go on to what you said there, Kenny. I forgot about that moment. So we were leaving studios one night, and then one guy, I can't remember what he said, Kenny. You tell it.
No, he said exactly that. He looked at you and he was like, "Are you that YouTuber guy?"
Yes, he did. Yeah, and I was like,
and that's so funny because I feel like people wouldn't really first associate you with YouTube.
I would.
No.
6-minute vlogs, second to none.
You're giving him on a plate for Sam there. But then he dissed you, Kenny. He dissed you, which was sad to see.
Wait a minute. So you know Jay from YouTube, where all the episodes of the podcast are, but you don't know me? I was offended.
And then he said, "What did he say? You've got to get your numbers up or something."
Yeah, I got to get my numbers up. I'm like, first of all, dude, who the hell do you think you are?
That's so funny.
That's why.
Yeah.
Someone told Jay that they're a huge fan of the podcast, been following along for so long, and I was like, "You don't know me if you're such a big fan. I'm right here. Right here."
Did they ask you to take the picture of them?
Yeah.
God. So I think what we're learning is that we've all developed some kind of ego from doing this. So there we go.
Yeah. I've had one, Kenny.
How dare you? I am the podcast.
It's nice that they actually recognized you from where their brains connected Instagram or YouTube. I saw a TikToker at the parks, and I was like, is she an old friend of mine? How do I know this person? Like, she looks so familiar, and it took me seeing her twice to be like, oh my gosh, it's Ashby from TikTok.
So yeah, that's probably my biggest surprise. Just being blown away by people. Maybe it's the hat that gives it away. But yeah, it's just a crazy, weird. Yeah, it's how tall I am. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. This is my question, just because I know that you, with your personal life, you're limited to traveling a certain time of year. So I'm just wondering if you could shift the days forward or back from this trip. Like, would you come a little bit earlier? Would you come a little bit later? Based on anything, weather, what Universal had going on, rides opening, hotel openings, anything like that. Would you shift it, or exactly where it was perfect?
I mean, I'm pretty happy with where it was, but if I had to choose one way or the other, it'd probably be come out a little bit earlier. That would be kind of the only way I'd go. If I went the other way, then it'd kind of get close to interfering with work and boring stuff like that. So yeah, I think I was pretty happy with it. I will say maybe the duration is a little long. It does get to a point when, especially when, like this trip, I've met so many people, and all of my I don't know what the phrase is, all of my socialness has been
social battery.
There we go. Social battery has been used up, and then the heat has just been extremely hot this year, as you know very well, Danielle. So, but yeah, I'd probably keep it kind of the same.
Yeah, I saw you on your last day, and I think you also suffered a little bit of ride fatigue. I was like, what do you want to do? And you're like, I've done everything so many times.
That last day, I was so done. It gets to the last couple of days, I'm always just like, as I went to, I'll probably touch to it later, but I went to Rising Star for the first time on my last night, and I was just like, it's so cool in here. I was just dead to the world. But you get to that, especially when you go for like nearly 3 weeks, and you don't have many relaxation days, as I never tend to do. But yeah, I apologize if I was a bit flat that last night, Danielle.
But no, you're fine. All right. And then do you have any regrets during your trip?
Yes, I have quite a few actually. One that I've mentioned already, not checking out the Sapphire Falls pool, because obviously I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to stay there again, if ever, I don't know. So that was a bit of a blow. Half regret not doing EPA more. Sam, I know you're going to shout at me, but it was just, I don't know what happened. I actually don't know what happened. I just never ended up doing it other than day one. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. That's all I've got.
Surely you did Epic EPA at least.
Okay, yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. So
that starts about lunchtime. So I mean,
yeah, I did Epic EPA every time I went there. So if we're talking about just specifically the islands EPA, I did it just on day one, which is not like me, as you know. Usually I'm there most mornings, especially the last few days. But I was so cooked. So half regret. But then I did the rides loads. It wasn't like I needed to get, like, I'd done Velocico's 10 times. I'd done Hagrid's 8 or 9 times. It wasn't like I was craving any more rides. I didn't feel the need to get up. I could have a bit more sleep. I don't know. That's my excuse, Sam.
Unacceptable.
not unacceptable, yeah. I get that. I think probably I wouldn't say the biggest regret, but the one that I was a little bit kicking myself with was not doing Volcano Bay. Again, Sammy probably gonna shout at me again, but it was part of my 2-week ticket. Shaking his head.
Oh, I was thinking, yeah, it'd be nice for you too, but if you're paying like $60-$70 on top, I get it. And then I completely forgot that you had it included.
I know, I should have brought it up, should I? Shouldn't have brought it up. But no, even just one morning or one half day, And actually, I decided I was going to go on my like second Monday, and obviously that's when it ran out, the 15-day. So when I decided, it's typical of me. When I decided to go, the 2-week ticket had expired, so I couldn't do it.
I'm surprised you and Kenny didn't go together. Kenny, isn't that like your place?
That is
Kenny
my
didn't
place.
invite
So
me.
the day I got there, I went. So I met Jay in the lobby, and I was
how
all
was the bus
dressed to
situation,
go.
Kenny? How was the bus situation?
Oh yeah.
How long did it take you to get there?
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Okay, so I had to wait like 20 minutes for a bus to come to Surfside and pick me up, but it was worth it because I got to chill at Volcano Bay. That's my happy place. Love that place. And then it's funny with you saying you had ride fatigue. That is a good way to break it up. Is like when you're able to go
very true,
basically on an island,
Yeah.
and then return to the dry parks.
Yeah. I should have gone with you that day, Kenny. I don't know if did I have plans that day? I probably had people to see. I don't know. I can't remember what day. It was a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was that Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So that's one of my biggest regrets because even just like the lazy river alone, like I love the lazy river so much, and I had it on my ticket. And I didn't go because I am an idiot. So yeah, I think that's about most of the regrets that I had, Danielle.
Yeah. I went to the pool yesterday and I feel like a UK guest at Volcano Bay with my sunburn today. It's like it's so bad. I was just thinking
You're
about
showing it off.
Yeah, I was look.
Oh, nice. Like a true Brit. Me and Sam both nothing.
Okay, we covered regrets, but what were your top 3 favorite things that you did accomplish?
All 3 start with surviving, so I don't know if that's accomplishment or not, but we're going to run with it because I don't know. I feel like accomplished is I don't know what I can accomplish. I've done all the coasters, Sam. I've done all the coasters. You can't bully me onto that anymore. Well,
we can bully to get your face painted and then go on them.
Exactly. I'll do anything for content, Sam. You know that. Well, within reason. So, I accomplished or survived the low blaster. I did that. That was a fun experience. Kenny, you were there, weren't you? Actually, you were there. Kenny was like, "This is nothing."
It really was. I'm like, this is what. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good drink, but the Bubba Tub later was definitely like, this is if you really want to be drunk, this is what you get. Like, not the low black.
Because Kenny, it was a tub of alcohol, just a tub. That's why it did something to you. It's a literal like bucket that you take to the beach of alcohol.
Did it come with a shovel?
It should do.
No. Oh my gosh, that would have been cool though.
There you go. But yeah, I didn't like the drink. It was mouthwashy, as people say. It was like mouthwash and Christmas trees blended together. But someone bought me it, so you know what? Every cloud, I'll take it.
Did you keep the cup?
I didn't keep the cup. No.
What?
I didn't. Was I supposed to?
I mean, it says bar moonshine on it. I'm looking at 2 and my burning blade across the room right now.
Well, I keep saying to people, and I keep saying to Elise and Carl from the drink ride who we were with, that I was fine afterwards, but maybe I wasn't fine because I don't remember where the cup went. But and there was a slight panic where I was talking to them. I was like, "Am I slurring my words? I feel like I'm slurring my words." And they were like, "Look, just calm down. You're fine." So I felt like I was fine. Exactly, it's not like me to overthink anything. So I was okay. I feel like it's a good job I didn't have a bubble tub, Kenny, because can you imagine me if I had a bubble tub that same night?
That would have killed you. I mean, that you were not ready for that. We have to do
exactly.
It took us a long time to finish ours, okay?
Didn't they take theirs back to the room because they just couldn't finish it?
Yeah, they shared, and Elise still was trying to finish hers up.
And Kyle went to bed early. It sent Kyle to bed.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a Bubba Tub until y'all. Is it something you get at Dockside? Because the whole time y'all were talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, from Bubba Gumps, but obviously not.
Surfside and Dockside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only Surfside and Dockside. And Aventura does have their own bucket drink, but it's not called a Bubba Tub. But basically, it's just like a 32-ounce bucket that they put any cocktail into. And so it's kind of up to the bartender how much alcohol they put in there. Jay and Garrett, they're heavy-handed, but then there's other people that are kind of like, oh, this is nice and refreshing.
I mean, Kenny, at least the paramedics were on standby for if I had a drink at Dockside, it would have been me going away in that paramedics.
Does it cost more than a Helios cap? Like, what is the price of a Bubba Tub?
Kenny will know that.
It is $24, I believe.
Okay. For 32 ounces of alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
how
yeah,
much is
so it was
ounces? I don't know what this measurement is.
No. What's the metrics, man, Kenny?
This is 7.5.
Okay, so what's that, 330 mil?
This is riveting
222 milliliters is this.
Okay.
I'm not doing
32 ounces is 909 milliliters. So basically a litre. Which now I don't know if that means anything to you, Kenny and Danielle.
Kenny just
to me and Jay at least.
It does to me, math teacher, but former math teacher.
But yeah, the Low Blaster was an interesting experience. There was actually people coming to Bar Moonshine, especially to film me drink it. I don't know if you remember the video that someone posted. I think it might have been Kat that posted on a story, but they were like, "We need to see your reaction because I'm such a lightweight." And people were filming me. I felt very out of my comfort zone, but I went with it, and it was an interesting experience. But at least it was free, so I'll take that.
Bud Light. Disappointed you.
Just on Bud Light, side note, they've taken it away from the Universal Parks. Michelob has replaced it. On my second day at Epic, I saw them replace it. I replaced Bud Light with Michelob. Right. So I'm seeing Michelob now.
Oh, I do want to report that he broadened his horizons. We went to Blue Dragon's bar, and
yes,
he was suggested to try a new beer, and you actually enjoyed it.
It was. Can you remember the name? Oh, I can't remember the name. Some Japanese beer. What was it called? I can't remember. But anyway, it was very nice. It was very nice, I will say. It was very nice. That was the appetizer before the Low Blaster. What did you have? You had some kind of floats, didn't you, in Blue Dragon?
Yeah, so I had the sake flight, so like different sakes. It's nice.
Yeah. No Bubba Tub. Not quite the same hit.
No, it's not. It's classy drinks at Epic, okay?
Save
the nationals when you go to Surfside and Dockside.
Get a bucket of liquor. But I will say Blue Dragon is first time being there. Very, very nice place. Very cool in there. I enjoyed our drink. We just had a drink in there. Just had a drink. So yeah, it was very nice. Very nice. Second one, I accomplished Baccarat Velocicoaster. Sam, you must be very happy about that.
I'm very happy I didn't know we were answering the same question, to be honest.
I forgot to.
I've only done one. Sorry. I keep remembering other stuff. That happened. There's so much happened.
Great. Very proud of you. How was it?
I think there's a question later on that we'll come back to that.
Okay, fair
enough. And third one is, I guess, surviving or accomplishing not one but two runs at the Universal Run Club in the 30+ degree, 90+ degree Fahrenheit, Celsius, whatever you want to call it, which was I was very happy about doing as well.
Proud of you for that one as well. Good work.
Thank you. Hope to see you there in August, Sam.
Maybe so.
You can get
I need the wristband. To be honest, you had all the merch. To be honest, I
should have put all my wristbands on today. But I got the 2 each on now.
I'd be able to lift your arms. Never mind. At one point, I was like, way on the Surfside bus, you'd be like this. Try it.
I had like 7 on each wrist at one point. It was getting a bit much. All for the name of content, Sam.
100%.
We talked about biggest surprises, but what was the best unexpected moment for you?
Definitely a moment that came on my first day, my first full day anyway at Universal. Obviously, I've posted a video about this on the day, so everyone will probably know about this, but getting a DM from Universal themselves on X saying they just welcome back, and long story short, they wanted to arrange a Revenge of the Mummy studio tour for me, which was, I was just eating my tenders in Mel's as I do on my day one, creature of habit on my ritual. And I know it's obviously something that anyone can do, but obviously, as you know, Sam, it's quite difficult to get at times, especially that one, I feel. I've asked a few times and they've said, oh, no, you can't do it today for whatever reason. So yeah, just for them to reach out and offer that was incredible.
That's really cool that they went out of their way to message you.
I know, it was, so surreal again. It was an insane way to start my trip, I guess, on my very first day. Getting to see underneath the track of the Mummy was a crazy, crazy experience. And I will say, actually, just quickly, at the end of the girl who did the tour was fantastic. She didn't break character once. I think we stopped like 9 or 10 times in the queue. So she was like marching us past everyone in the queue and stopping us and telling us various Easter eggs. And then at the very end of the tour, she broke character and said, "Oh, we actually follow each other on X. We're actually mutual on X." Which I was like, "Oh, you could have said this at the start." But yeah, that was another weird experience.
All right, so what was the best team member interaction that you had on this trip? And I know what it is because I was there for it. Talk about Gabriel.
Yeah, it got to be Gabriel. I mean, go from day one. This was now day two when I first got to experience it. Going to Epic Universe for the first time on my 2026 trip. I thought I'd head straight to Isle of Burt because everyone goes to Nintendo or to Wizarding World Paris. So I wanted to get on Hiccup's Wing Glider straight away. And yeah, so I walked around the ride at early park admission, no wait at all. And then just an insane bit of luck, magic, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. A team member who was absolutely amazing called Gabriel, basically after riding just said, "You can." I feel so bad saying this now. I feel like I'm gloating a little bit, but it's just what happened, so I can't negate away from that. Yeah, he just said when you come off the ride, you can go down the middle, down the stairs, and just keep re-ride as much as you like, basically. And even after 3 or 4 rides, he let me just stay on the ride, so I didn't have to get off after once. I just can go around again. He would say, "Do you want back row, front row? What row do you want?" And bearing in mind, it was quiet as well, so it wasn't like it was very busy. So for them, I guess it costs nothing. It takes nothing for them to do that. But just to be able to, I don't know if it was random or what. I have no idea why that happened. Whether he was a follower, I don't know. He might have been. He didn't say so. But yeah, just be able to go on as many times as you want. And when you get that opportunity, you feel like you need to go on it quite a few times to. And obviously Kenny, so I got to experience that 2 days, and then on my third day when Kenny was there, I was saying to Kenny, "Let's just pray that Gabriel's working. Let's pray Gabriel's working." And we're walking in the line trying to see. I'm like, "He's working." And we're like, "Yes." And then Kenny, what did we do? So I think we did 6, didn't we? Because
6 times in a row.
After the 5th time, we were like, "We're done now." And then someone else, another team member said, "Do you want to go on again?" And we're like, "Fine." We can't say no. Again, it was very quiet, wasn't it, Kenny? There was like 2 or 3 people on our train each time.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like if you're sending it out with empty rows anyway, you might as well just stay on and enjoy it. And
exactly.
I have a newfound appreciation for that ride now. We heard all the dialogue, like everything, like it was just so great.
Yeah, yeah. And as I said in our group chat on the day, or I think it was on my second day actually, I'm happy to admit where I'm wrong. I'm not one of these people who'll double down and always. I can admit where I'm wrong. I was wrong about Hiccups. It is a fantastic ride. Sure, the last part is still a little bare, but it's still amazing, and it is definitely gone up on my ranking. To be pleased to hear, Sam.
Very good. I look forward to hearing what the rankings are.
Did you experience every row? Like
no, we basically we kept just doing back and front.
We did it back row, and then I think we did front row at one point, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Like kind of middle, I don't know.
Yeah, it got to a point where Kenny was like trying to ask the team members, "Can we stay on? Can we just keep staying on?" He was like, "I don't want to get out. Can we just stay on?" I'm like, "Kenny, don't push it." He's going to his head. But yeah, so that's why I did Hiccups 13 times. I think I'm doing it like. I think it might have been 16. I can't remember if it's 13 or 16. But I did it like 4, 5, and 6 times or something. But I've only done it I haven't done a sunset ride, as you always say, so I've not done a sunset ride yet or a night ride. Sadly, it's only been daytime. I did do a nearly sunset ride with the drink ride one day. So I have done a ride other than EPA, but yeah, a very, very fun ride. And it's great to train ride.
So what was your favorite moment of the trip?
I hate this question because I think it's just impossible to pinpoint just one moment out of a whole trip, especially from an unforgettable trip like this was. Like so many people made it just an incredible trip, and obviously they know who they are. So, but also Kenny in the bus was right up there. Not to name moments, but that was right up there. Sorry, Kenny.
Yep, it's going to be this season's
I can't.
So now it's
I can't watch that video anymore. I actually can't watch it because I just lose it every time. So every time I'm sad, I can just watch that, Kenny. So thank you. Thing is, I'll come back to that later. Actually, we'll move on to that.
So, what was the most surprising thing you did this trip that you enjoyed?
Yeah, I don't want to keep going over the same thing, but I'll probably say the Universal Run Club that I did. Obviously, I was very apprehensive, very nervous about doing this. I do run from time to time, but not in that heat. But honestly, it was so much fun, and I'm probably going to do a very short little episode just on this about the Run Club at some point because I feel like it warrants it. And yeah, so I was very surprised with how much I enjoyed it, and I went back for a second week.
Did you ride Velocicoaster halfway around?
I didn't. I was a bit damp. I don't get the seat wet like you do, Sam.
Ripping.
I should have done Popeyes after. That was a big regret. I didn't do the water rides. Danielle, you said that, you. No, I didn't do it. No.
I even thought about whenever I got back from my birthday trip that we could do a water day, but then I was exhausted, so I didn't follow up and initiate a water day.
You're the only person who could go on their own for almost 3 weeks. You had a ticket and an annual pass. You were doubling up, and you still didn't do everything.
No. I'm a disgrace. I'm a shame. I know. Shame on me. Shame on me.
You didn't do fire drill either?
Sorry, I did do fire drill. I didn't do Popeyes or Rips or Falls. To be fair, you'd be surprised at how many comments I got about not doing Rips or Falls. And I love Popeyes, but it was just, I never was dressed appropriately. So.
Also, Rips or Falls wait time.
Yeah, I was never doing that. I was never doing
long. That. Yeah, it needed to be a day that you had with Kenny for the Express
Popeyes. Let's blame Kenny. Kenny, I blame you.
Oh, you blame me for giving you Express passes for 3 days?
Yeah,
Sam, add that for the things that he had.
I take it back.
So I know I probably made a few comments that this was the least solo trip that I think I've ever seen. I guess how was doing a solo trip, for you this time round compared to the previous trips that you've done?
Yeah, this year was so much better as I actually had very little time on my own, which is something that I was obviously a little bit concerned about prior to coming out this year. Kind of just being on my own too much and just being bored. And to be fair, usually I do like my own company, like you do, Kenny. You like to go on the parks solo sometimes. It's obviously an enjoyable experience, but it was definitely different this year, a lot different. Because when I did eventually get some more time on my own, I actually didn't like it. I kind of did feel a bit lonely. And this was after like day, I don't know, 13, 14, when I finally got some time to chill. I was like, oh, I kind of miss people. I kind of miss being around people, which is not like me. Usually I'm the opposite. I'm trying to get away from people when I can to just chill on my own. So maybe this was like, I don't know, a bit of a turning point for me in my Universal. Well, definitely was a turning point for me in terms of Universal. They've probably changed how they're going to be forever now. But yeah, so I can't thank those that came out to see me enough. To be honest, they made the trip what it was. Too many people to thank, but I guess special mention to Kenny, Danielle, Elise and Kyle from the drink ride, Kat, Chase from Dublin Park News, Emily. Just there's so many people. Just everyone that came out were so nice. Just blown away by kind of how nice people were. So yeah, not solo trip, but in the best possible way, I guess, Sam.
Very good. And do you think the trip felt like it went really quick because of all those interactions then?
Yes and no. I'd probably say it's the same as always. Slow at first, kind of the first 5 or 6 days do go really slow, or they feel like they go slow. And then you get into that final week, like you get to Monday when you're going home on a Saturday, and every day just ticks by really, really fast. And it always works out for me. I don't know if that's just me or how you find things, Sam, but yeah, it always goes super fast once you get into the second half week.
So exactly. Yeah, you think the first few days easy. I've got loads of time, and then before you know it, you're at those last few days, and you're like, "Why did I take it so easy? I should have been straight on this."
I didn't take it easy. I didn't take it easy. I didn't have much relaxation time. My legs are regretting it. My legs are hating me right now.
So, from listening to, I guess, your answers so far, for me, the favourite day of the trip is certainly seeing Kenny chase that bus. But I guess from your perspective, what was, the favourite day of this one?
It's funny you say that, but that actually probably was my favourite day. Not just being... not just because of that. Honestly, not just. It's a bit like favorite moment, like favorite day when every day is so much. Especially like I've met so many amazing people. Again, shout out Hustle and Claw. I forgot about them. They were amazing as well. But it's so hard to pinpoint a favorite day when every day is just so special. And when you're meeting different people, it's all just so kind of amazing in their own way. But I would say that epic day, obviously meeting Drink Ride for the first time with Kenny. Obviously we got the magic from Gabriel in the morning, and obviously met Elise and Kyle, and then met Kat as well that afternoon. So that whole day was just a crazy
same day. That was a wild day.
It was a wild day, and then it finished off with me in literal hysterics. I was in pain with how much I was laughing.
So yeah, that whole day back around the corner.
Yeah, that whole day was just a special day. Yeah, for a number of reasons.
So I guess we've already heard.
Sorry.
Go for it. You go, Ken. Yeah.
So the prop I was talking about was that. Oh my gosh!
Kenny's on the way.
Okay.
I try to be polite, and I think, right, enough time's gone. I'm going to ask the question.
Oh, it's so hot in here.
Okay.
I'm good. So I guess we've already heard lots of firsts, but did you get to experience anything else for the first time, or anything that kind of stood out that was the first time doing it this trip?
Yeah, I'll just fly through this quickly. It's some stuff that I've touched on already, but I guess the Steven Spielberg exhibit was new. Doing Velocicoaster for the first time back row was new. Obviously, the Mummy Studio Tour, as I mentioned. Red Coconut Club, experiencing that for the first time. Rising Star for the first time. And the new changes on Men in Black as well. That's just a few things. I'm sure there was many more.
Have you done the wand experiences or met Cosme Acajor?
No, I don't have a wand. No.
Where is that? Those are just things that you could do like a year from now, like and something you could do for the first time was just experience all of it indoors. You don't have to get. I mean, chances of you getting chosen are very slim. And then meeting Cosme Acajor, even if you don't buy a wand, I think she's so fun. So for next year.
I saw Kenny, you had to go with Elise's wand one day in Diagon Alley, and I saw how difficult it was. So not sure I'm going to spend that much on a wand.
I'm not telling you to get a wand. I'm telling you to experience the wand shots.
Okay. Yes, I'll write that one down.
Okay.
Thank you.
So obviously we've talked a lot about Universal so far, but it wouldn't be a universally speaking podcast without talking Disney, even just a little bit. So I guess 30 seconds, Jay. That's all the airtime we're giving to Disney. So I guess how was your time there? So I think you did Hollywood Studios and a bit of time at Epcot. So how was Disney?
Right, 30 seconds. Start the timer now. So yeah, we got there really late. We got there at 12:30. Way too late for a park hopping day. We packed up at Epcot. Realized that Hollywood Studios closed at 6 p.m. very early, so we decided to go to Epcot. Hollywood Studios did Rise of Resistance, Tower of Terror, New Muppets Ride, Villain Show. Heading on over to Epcot, did Guardians, amazing ride, love that ride. Got in line for Test Track, it went down, we left, we watched the fireworks. That was it.
And was it good?
Guardians was very good.
And the rest of it?
Tower of Terror is fun. Rise is better than Battle of Ministry. Hot take alert.
I'm surprised you like Tower of Terror.
I wouldn't say it was an experience. It was an experience, okay. Danielle.
Okay.
The pictures may say otherwise.
Okay.
But it was a fun experience.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Rise is better than Battle.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair.
Hot take. So yeah, it was okay. It's good fun.
All right, wonderful. Let's get back to some rides now. Woo-hoo.
Universal.
Okay, so first one is about the Velocicoaster. All right, I haven't experienced, but hey, back row question. You guys know I love back rows on things, Jay. Request the back row and everything. How intense does the back row of Velocicoaster feel compared to the front?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried when we got back row. I was a bit like, oh shit, it's time. Actually, I'll rewind a little bit. When I did, I went on Velocicoaster with Phoebe. We got given back row, and I was a little bitch basically and said, "Do you want to wait for front row, Phoebe?" Phoebe's 7 years old, by the way. I was like, "Do you want to wait for front row because I don't fancy back row." And yeah, so we waited for front row. I got out of it that time, but second time round, I didn't. I couldn't avoid the back row. I was a little apprehensive because quite a few people have reached out and said, do the back row. It's quite a bit much more intense. Sam, you said the same thing as well. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I was fine, to be honest. I feel like I've had rougher experiences like on row 9 or row 10 on that ride. But no, I had no issue at all. I didn't feel too much of a difference. So yeah, not much more to say on that. I ticked that one off finally, and I was fine.
Need some new coasters when you're smashing out the back row and it doesn't even faze you anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, I did get offered a ticket to SeaWorld. I did get offered a free ticket to SeaWorld, but I turned it down.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like every new experience is fine or great. So
I know.
Something about life.
Just sticking to my tenders though.
Eating's different. That can't.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, but I agree though.
What's the biggest miss that you couldn't do since last trip?
Easily Jurassic Park River Adventure. I miss doing that ride so much. So sad that I couldn't get to do it. And the walls up around that attraction makes me sad because it's one of my favourites. It always will be. But I'm obviously very happy that they're getting some TLC that it deserves. But yeah, definitely Jurassic Park for me. It's a staple of my trips usually.
I miss it too.
Just following on from that, I guess, Jay. So if I think about islands and the layouts, I guess, both sides you've got walls up, obviously, Poseidon's and all the Lost Continent and those walls. And then Jurassic Park, like, did it feel like islands was loads of walls everywhere, or with it just being those kind of two isolated areas, did it still feel quite open?
Yes and no, because I think a lot of the time I was with people, so I wasn't really taking in everything. So if I was going around on my own, I feel like I would notice things a lot more. But I will say I didn't enjoy Islands anywhere near as much because you've got Marvel, yeah, okay, pretty cool. Toon Lagoon, I'm not going to comment on Toon Lagoon. Danielle's going to shout at me. Again, Skull Island, not really a land, although Kenny might say it's a land.
As per the map.
Don't get the map. I haven't got time for that tonight. And then, like I said, Jurassic Park's kind of just like not in its best way. Hogsmeade during the afternoon, it's so hot in Hogsmeade. It's so crowded, so hot. That'll never not change. And actually, you get to Lost Continent, and that whole area now is literally like it's just an active construction site. It's a literal walkthrough now. Fire Eaters Grill's still there. I didn't get a Fire Eaters Grill, Sam. You're going to shout at me again for that. But it's the outdoor seating, chance. Like outdoors. I know, but do you know why? They removed the cookie dough dessert with the tenders meal that I used to get. They changed that, so that's my cop out again. But yeah, I will say
Islands. The 2 for a hot dog, to be honest.
Again, I didn't want to kill myself off with that 2-foot dog. You can do that in September, in August.
I don't think it'll be there, unfortunately.
It will be there. You're right. Yeah, get maybe a 2-foot fat ones. Maybe we'll do a special one for
there. I'll go on the hunt for a fat one. No problem.
But yeah, Islands is not in a great state at the minute, in my opinion.
So, Jay, you had some new experiences this trip at Epic. What did you think of Constellation Carousel and Fire Drill? I know those were your last 2 rides you needed to fully check off Epic Universe.
Yes, I feel like I've done all 11 attractions. Sam will say otherwise because I've not done Astronomica, the splash pad. Or Danielle.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I haven't done the Bowser thing that in Nintendo either, so that's probably another one I've not done. But I've done all the attractions now, all 11 of them, or 13 including the shows. Obviously, Constellation Carousel I did with you for the first time, Kenny. You were laughing at me not being able to get buckled in properly. You filmed me. But no, it was fun. I'm kind of sad I didn't do it at night because the night is probably the best way to do that ride with the light package. But it was fine. It was a carousel, cool carousel. I do think the facade of it in Epic Universe is it's so perfect. Like it's so photogenic. It just fits in the park seamlessly. So I love it from that point of view. But yeah, the carousel's a carousel. And Fire Drill, I tried to use an express on Fire Drill. Tried to use an express on Fire Drill. It was like 40-minute wait, so I used it, and then I boarded the boat. I sat down in the boat, got my backside wet, and then I got marched off the boat with everyone else because it had gone down. So again, typical the time I use my express. I wait for like 25 minutes. People were bailing out the queue. I was thinking, do I wait? Do I leave? And just when I was about to leave, it came back up. So I did get to do it eventually. And again, it's everything I say now. I've said it on my story, so I'm just regurgitating kind of little snippets, but hopefully elongating a little bit. At first, so I got soaked basically. Long story short, I got soaked on fire drill. And at first, I was like pissed off. I was like, I'm not happy about this. And then I came to the realization, you know what? Like it's a kids' ride. The kids are having fun. I'm getting a nice cooling down. It's not that deep. I don't need to get angry about it. I just need to calm down. It's a fun ride. So once I got over that hill of annoyance, I will say it was one kid on the boat behind. Just he soaked our whole boat. This one little kid, and of course he did it with a big grin on his face, a big smile on his face. So much so that the kids on our boat were like, "I'm going to wait for this kid after we get off the ride." They were like threatening him a little bit. Even the adults, huh? Yeah, I would.
Even the adults on the exit doors.
Yeah. Even the adults are like, how is this kid's gun like firing so far? Because ours weren't going that far, but yeah, it was we got soaked. This one kid just drenched us basically. So yeah, it's a fun kids ride. You get a cooling off, and it was it was all right, I guess. Good fun, good cooling down. Not much more to add. I will say like it does just go in a circle, and I feel like the shooting the target thing doesn't do much, or maybe I didn't get the whole experience. I feel like you should just shoot the other boats. That's kind of the best part of the ride.
I feel like it adds more to the land than the ride itself. You know what I mean? Like when you're off it and you can see it and you've got the motion, the kinetic energy. Yeah, when you're on it, it's all right.
Yeah, a very damp bottom.
My favorite thing about that attraction is sitting at Spitfire and watching it go by. But it does add to
it looks so cool. Like it looks like something that a mini model of it would be so fun to have because it just visually looks very intricate and fun. And then when you're on it, you're like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, did that even work? Why does that kid have so much power over my boat? Yeah.
And if that was at Universal Kid Resort in Texas, it'd probably be the best ride there, if we're being honest.
Look, I wasn't going to bring it up, but it definitely makes Fire Drill look a lot better by comparison.
That's why I said it. We'll come on to that at a later episode, I'm sure. That'll be a fun one.
And then how many times did you visit your girl, Jay? How many times did you do Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment?
Not enough, Danielle. Not enough. Just 26. But you know what? That number should have been way more because Single Rider Line was closed quite a bit when I was there. So I had to go through the pre-show quite a lot. I don't know why, but it was just it wasn't open that much on certain days. So obviously that slowed me down a little bit, but I feel like 26 is a good amount. You can't go on that ride once. You just can't in a sequence. You can't go on it once. It's not enough. I did get a mini breakdown on there, which is cool for a brief time. And yeah, it was working pretty good for me as well. The operations wise, I think when I first started, the first Igor was down, and the bell at the start that was not swinging. That's still not swinging. I don't think it's going to come back up anytime soon, or if it's not back at all. Danielle?
I think it swung Friday.
Okay, so right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, Creature wasn't going. That was the only one that I noticed.
Okay, right. So yeah, it was pretty good for me. It was just the final Dracula doesn't come fully out anymore. I don't know if they've like put it into B mode and it just comes like a tiny bit out. Obviously, beforehand it used to come right out at the end. So I don't know if they've changed the settings on that or what. I don't know. But yeah, 26, great ride. But where does it rank in my rankings now? Who knows? Who knows? Teaser there.
It's only a tease because you don't know.
True. Yeah. Don't tell them that. Great point, Samuel. We'll finish there. And just before we officially wrap up, massive thank you to our Patreon members. We've gained a few more since my trip, which is amazing. Obviously, the OGs, Jason Townsley, James from Snacks Beers Mickey Ears, and Dan Chapman, as well as Addy Corrigan. And a warm welcome to Elise Sweeney from the Drink Ride, of course. Jason Matthews and Nate as well, my guy. So can't thank you all enough for your support. And we will see you all again next week for some more questions, I guess, because we just didn't get through them all.
People want to know.
People want to know how many times did the monster change. See you next week.
Bye.
Yep.